Hey Thomas, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, mate. Where are you in the world at the moment?
Man, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Freezing here. It finally just got cold where we are. So actually had our first snow that we've had in about a year. So it's pretty wild.
Right, right. Does it normally snow this time of the? I mean, I'm not very familiar with Nashville. Does it normally snow this time of year quite well?
No, not never.
What?
Even yeah, last year on Christmas Day, I'm not sure how to convert this to Celsius, but it was like 75 degrees, which is really hot for us.
Okay, so
So
that's probably. I think we're about degrees is about half. I think something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, wow, but that's still hot. Wow, wow.
it's
What
definitely
time?
not good. So
Wow. Man, it's so good to chat with you.
likewise, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're gonna hook in with your new single on the Random 30, which is gonna be awesome. But I mean, the year we've had 2020, not being able to perform, not being able to tour, travel around, man, how has it really affected you behind the scenes?
Man, in the beginning of the lockdown, I was struggling pretty bad. I think my wife really wanted me to get out of the house there for a little while.
Yeah,
But I think just like everybody, when you go and travel, and you're kind of forced to stop, it definitely kind of makes you sit back and go, "Dang, what do I do without music?" And so I kind of just poured myself into writing songs, and I've done a ton of live performances over streaming services and all that
yeah,
kind of stuff. Just found ways to be productive, to be honest, found ways to be creative. And, this is the most time I've ever had to spend with my kids. This is the most I've been home in 10 years. And so it's been pretty awesome to
yeah.
get to home and take them to school and, put them to bed, wake up with them. Just getting to watch them grow up has definitely been a huge silver lining
And,
of this crazy
and
2020.
and the year that we've had, I mean, around the world, and it's been horrible. But on the positive side of it, has it been a big thing for you to be able to chill and be at home to recreate maybe your writing pattern? Maybe has it changed all that and being around the family to get some ideas and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought because I write all my records on the road. So I don't know if you're how familiar you are with the writing process, but for the first 5 or 6 years of my career, I did everything in Nashville, and
Yeah,
I'd go to a place, we'd sit in a room, and we'd come up with something. And so I got really bored of doing that. Just kind of living within the Nashville walls, I kind of felt a little bit uninspired is not the word, but I kind of felt like there was a new environment to write in, and so I started taking all my best writing buddies and taking them on the road with me, and they'd ride on my bus, and
yeah.
we'd wake up 2 o'clock in the morning at a venue and write up until meet and greet, and then we'd write songs after, and we'd get off the road and have written 12 songs, and we
Wow.
did that after weekend after weekend after weekend, and so what's your country song was one of those songs we wrote in a hotel room in Dallas, and a lot of these songs were written on a tour bus, literally. But moving forward more to your question, that there were a few songs that I wrote on this next project during quarantine over exactly what we're doing right here, which was the weirdest thing in the world when we started writing over Zoom. I'm just a relational person, man. I love being in the room with people and love
Yeah.
getting a vibe off of people. And when you're doing on a computer, I was just like, there's no way we're going to write good songs this way. And 4 or 5 of the songs on this upcoming project were written over a computer. So
Wow.
I don't doubt anything anymore. Everything is relative, I think, in 2020. So
I think no matter what happens now, I mean, it's been a 2020, you could write a song probably standing on your head. I mean, it's like one of those years where it's just gone bonkers and madness, right?
yeah, you're exactly right.
Hey, I saw this funny video of you, and I want to ask you about this because it looked like you're a little bit embarrassed. I saw a video of you, and I think it was with one of your daughters. You were pretending to Tarzan, and it didn't go to plan.
But there was this huge branch hanging from our tree, and we walked outside. My wife was like, "Oh, I used to swing on those so much as a kid," and I was like, "No, you didn't. Like that's gonna break for sure."
Yeah.
And my 2-year-old at the time was like, "Daddy, you go do it," and I was like, "I'm gonna freaking do it." I mean, I'm getting too old for activities like that. Just turned 30, my body's starting to fall apart, and I can't fall like that ever again. So
Will there be a Thomas Rhett song about that?
I don't know what it would be about. I mean, I think Tom Petty already wrote "Free Fallin'," so that
Very true, very true. Wait, let's talk about this new song. What's your country song? I was listening to it, and I've seen the video clip behind it. Listen to the lyric. no matter whether you're into country a little bit or you're into full country quite a lot. It's kind of am I getting the vibe? It's about everybody and all genre, like all people.
For sure. Obviously we listed a ton of old school and new school country song titles as all the verses. And so, if you don't listen to country music, you might not pick up on that. But we really wanted to make a song that, whether you knew what the song titles were or not, it still was a story that flowed, and the idea of the song was, it's kind of started like everybody's got some country inside of them. That's where the original idea was kind of derived. And, whether you're in New York City or, Australia or Asia or wherever you are, I think everybody's got, this much country inside of them, whether they know it or not. And that's where that idea stemmed from. And as we started going along, it just felt like everybody's got that certain song. Like, when you're driving down the highway or you're going to a football game or you're just sitting by a bonfire, you have songs that you go to, you know what I'm saying? And some of those songs can take you back 10 years, or they can take you back, to meeting somebody that you loved, or remember your first heartbreak, or remember a great time in life or a bad time. And this song is basically just that anthem for people going, everybody's got one, everybody's got that song that takes them back. And while doing that, incorporating some of my favorite country music songs of all time was a really fun and unique way to write. And I got to write it with my dad too, which was really special.
Wow.
It's just, the reaction on the song has been super cool, man. And I can't thank y'all enough for playing it. So it's pretty strange being here in Nashville talking to you right now. So thank you.
On the other side of the world. Well, it is a very catchy song. And watching the video clip to it, is this your family that's in the clip at the start?
No, my family's actually not in this video.
Right.
So, a lot of the time when you're shooting a music video, you want to hire actors and actresses,
right,
just because they're way more comfortable in front of a camera. I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm still uncomfortable. But my director, TK McCamey, he's done the last like 15 of my music videos, and we're good buddies and are always sending each other stuff. And I'll send him songs and say, hey, can you write a treatment for this video?
Yeah.
And one of the main things I wanted in this video was for it to be very real life people. And TK, spent a lot of time just like trying to find a lot of people that lived on a farm or were farmers for a living, or here in Nashville, they actually filmed a high school football game here and got to, get some of the cheerleaders to ride around in a car and sing this song and just kind of making it a small town anthem for people.
Yeah.
And also see just real everyday people in a music video. I think it was really inspiring for me to watch and just, hopefully it was cool for other people to see too.
And what's the vibe when you're making a video clip to one of your songs? Do you throw like your ideas and your team's ideas and we throw them together, or do you have more of a say on what you want to suit the song? How does that part work?
Well, I think that's the magic of me and TK's relationship, because he understands me. He understands what I will do and what I will not do in a music video. He understands my wife. He understands my kids. And I do love having my wife and my kids in my videos, but there's sometimes where my wife is like, honey, I did the last one. You have to find somebody else. He'll write the overall treatment. Like, he basically writes the book. And I get to help him edit it just a little bit. And so he always has, really good ideas for music videos and really good ways of just taking a song and being able to portray that story.
Sure.
Shot this whole video on film, which was really cool. I've never gotten to do that before. So I just love how raw and kind of just authentic the video is, because that kind of really interprets the song pretty well for me.
That's epic, man. And this song is from your fifth upcoming album. Yes. Tell us the story behind the album, and congrats on number 5. Writing for this album, are we saying the same story, or there's a few different stories within the songs on the album?
Yeah, so obviously What's Your Country Song is the first single off this record, and we're going to start releasing music periodically next year. And I wrote so many songs for this album, man. We went in the studio and recorded obviously way too many. But I'm one of those people that I can't leave. Songs are like babies to me, and it's really hard to leave them behind. Sometimes they just gotta go. But I feel like this kind of started to happen to me in 2019 and for sure 2020. But I kind of feel like I've just been living so fast. I think everybody has, and somewhere around the summer of last year, I really just became a lot simpler of a human being. Things I thought I needed, I just didn't.
Yeah.
Things I thought I just wasn't into anymore. And my hobbies started to shift. My focus and my priorities started to shift. And especially this year, it was forced to shift. You down or you just were out of luck. And I think a lot of that really started to dive into my songwriting too. And just kind of thinking back to being 19 years old and in college, what was I trying to say then? And obviously I was not a great songwriter when I was 19. And so this is kind of like a little bit of me getting back to why I wanted to sing songs in the first place. And it was to be a storyteller, you know? And obviously on this next project, there's a lot of fun, you know, songs that are just going to make you want to dance, make you want to grab a beer. But I would say that this next record is some of my best lyrical work that I've been a part of. And I'm just excited for people to hear it. So
you said just before the songs you write are like your babies, you don't want to let go. How do you come to the point of, okay, I need, example, 15 tracks for this album? How do you even choose? Like if you're writing so many, like you were saying, how do you choose? Because it's an impossible job.
It's the never-ending question, to be honest.
Yeah, like how do you do it?
And I think if you were to talk to any artist after they've completed a record and you said, "Are you happy with it?" I think most artists would say, "I am," but you know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
You never really know. You really don't know until you put it out and you see how people react to it. But luckily for me, man, I have a really good team at the label. I have a really great team with my management, and my family, honestly, are great indicators of what songs need to make it and what songs don't. But
yeah, nice
question. If I need 15 tracks, I'm going to go record 30 so that I can like really get into more of a bind than just, you know, recording 15. But man, I'm an opinion person. I don't know about you, but I love to get multiple opinions. And then I love to just put them in a big bucket and then go with my gut at the end of the day. It's harder picking singles because you're sitting there going, well, this one could be one for this reason and that one could be one for this reason. But most of the time when you put music out, man, certain songs just raise their hands, you know, whether they're being requested on a radio station or they're streaming like crazy. Like, you know, you kind of have to, I'm at the point where I just like to let fans decide, you know, what needs to be on the radio as a single. So
love that.
It's always a tough process, but it's a fun one.
I mean, there could always be a part 2 for the album.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That could happen.
But you know, I've got a little brother who's 15 years old, about to be 16, and he's of TikTok generation. And I was just like, dude, I mean, if I put out a 24 song album, do you think you could actually sit down and listen to it? And he said, absolutely not.
So, wow, family support right there.
I cherish the honesty, you know. We'll see. I mean, I kind of just want to. I'm at the point where I just don't want to stop releasing music, you know.
That's good,
I would just keep putting it out in batches and keep letting people consume small bits of it rather than having to take a whole project and be like, all right, I guess I'm dedicating my Wednesday night to this, because I think a lot of people don't have time to do that. So
yeah, nice, man. Well, I mean, the album, the upcoming album, and the new single out now. I mean, 2020, it's just about coming to the end. We're hitting up the Christmas spirit right now. How are you going to wrap up 2020?
Man, we're just celebrated Thanksgiving and getting ready for Christmas. We just got a bunch of our Christmas lights put up and starting to get a tree, and Christmas time is just our favorite time of the year. So
what do you mean starting to get a tree?
We haven't got it. We haven't gotten it yet. We've been kind of traveling and you know, seeing small portions of our family over the last couple of weeks, and so now we're starting to settle in for the holidays. And
yeah, nice.
Probably gonna get the biggest tree we've ever gonna be a Griswold Christmas tree this year. So
well, my tree actually went up on the 22nd of September.
Oh, did it really?
Yep. I love this time of year. I love the Christmas tree and the lights and the decos. It's so much fun. I love it. Yeah, so that's when mine went up. And as you can see in the studio, like we're hooking in.
Next year, my goal is to put mine up before yours. We'll have a competition on that.
Okay, it's on. So I'm thinking about August next year, mid-August.
Mid-August?
Yeah.
How do you have a Christmas tree up when you got trick-or-treaters coming to your house for Halloween?
Oh, well, you just don't dust your house for a while. There's the dust. There's the Halloween. That's sorted. So you don't have to worry about that. So just hook in with a Christmas.
Orange, black, red, and green. There you go. I love those colors.
Yeah. Love that, man. Man, we are loving the song, and we're looking forward to hooking in too, getting it on the Random 30. Thomas Rhett, thanks so much for joining us on the show, man.
I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Have a good one.